ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another brick in the mall. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back here on my giant plot of land that I mysteriously inherited. That would be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Like, someone just turns up at your house and it's like, yo, you own a massive bit of land. Just FYI, you've inherited it from some distant relative. What are you going to do with it? Oh, well, I'll develop it and put some houses on it. No, you can't put houses on it. Oh, I'll put some No, you can't put factories on it. Oh, we'll build a few shops then. I mean, what do you reasonably do? Because if you don't have the money to develop the land, I guess you sell it, don't you? You just sort of sell the land. I guess what I'm getting at is that this game is really convenient and my immersion is just being shattered the more I think about it. Obviously I'm joking. Just FYI. Anyway, today I would like to have a little bit of a look here at research, because we've almost unlocked fresh fruit, veg, meat, fish, milk, and dairy, which is very exciting because we have this shop set up over here. What was it? Obnoxiously big local shop. And then, of course, over here was Babby's first shop. And, of course, we're spelling it the old way. S-H-O-P-P-E. It's shop. You don't pronounce the p at the end of it, but it's there. You need to know. What am I doing? What am I doing? What is this video? What has this become, is my question. Either way, we made $254 today. Wasn't quite as much money as I would have liked. We're currently at minus $420, but we'll be able to make that all back soon enough. I was about to say passengers. Is it obvious I've been playing too much Sim Airport? Customers generally seem to be liking their experience here at the store. But I'm still thinking of moving the garbage thing here. Also, when does the janitor get here? Because it looks like there's some dirt on the floor that I'd really like that to be dealt with, please. You're not a janitor. Oh, you are a janitor. There we go. So just get that all cleaned up, then go back into your cupboard and stay in there, I guess. There's all the members of staff showing up. I feel like they show up way too early. I feel like if we go to we go to manage and we go to staff in Babby's first shop. So instead of showing up at 6, come in at 7, I guess. And we'll hope for the best. Because they do always seem to get here really early. We'll still have one of them come in at 6 just to make sure. But then, oh, you know what? I realize we do have an awkward spot in the middle now. Right. You are gonna shift along a little bit then. Just like that. So that should be fine. That should be totally fine. There's a bit of a spike there in the middle, which is kind of curious. Can we maybe have you, not Dean Cole. Is it Dean Cole? It is. No, it's not Dean Cole. What does it look like what is this gap here? Someone is working fewer hours in the morning, right? It is you, isn't it? So you're supposed to be working, you can work at 6 and then work the 8 hours. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Glad we got that sorted. That was unnecessary. So we have completed cold chain. We are now working in alcohol licensing. So let's go ahead then. And let's get ourselves fresh fish. Let's get some fresh meat. We're not going to put dairy in there or milk. I feel like milk and dairy could be in the same category. We'll go ahead and put, hold on, beverages. No. Whoa, hold on. Can I not put, oh, wait, no, you know what it is? These are fridges, aren't they? They're fridges. They're not counted as freezers, so we do want to put those in there. There we go. So that can go in there. We could put some beverages in there, I suppose. We are already selling things like that, but we might as well. So let's go for juices and let's go for bottled water, because we're going to try and be a really wholesome shop here. Then over here, we're going to want to go for, we'll start with canned food, even though that's not really wholesome. We'll go with cookies. We'll go with sauces and seasoning. We'll go with pet food, because of course. Let's get some fresh fruit on here as well. Fresh veg, fresh bread. And we're actually going to double that up, I think, with more fruit and veg and all that stuff. So we'll get all that in there. Then, of course, we can go for some sliced bread, I guess. A lot of this store is a little bit unnecessary, isn't it? Just a little bit unnecessary. Can I... You know what? Can I, by any chance, move some of the staff from here to another shop? I don't know if I can, but I feel like I should just close Babby's first shop and move everything into the new one. I feel like that's going to be a good idea. So maybe we will do that. Let me go to build for a second. Let me go to remove roadwork, and let me get that out of there. Because we do need to go to roadwork, and we do need to get a loading zone just in that corner. So, I mean, what else can we put in here? We are just going to be duplicating like crazy. I just don't know that I like the idea of that, to be honest. So, I guess we could look into closing Babby's first shop, but alternatively, we could just try shuffling everything around in here. You know what? Let's just duplicate things. So what is, this is currently sliced bread. Then, what is it? Breakfast cereal? I have no idea. What is on this? So that's canned food, cookies. Let's just go down the list. So we're going to start with candy, then canned food, and then we're going to go with breakfast cereal. And then we're going to go with snacks. And then we're going to follow that up with some cookies. And that's going to be followed up with some sliced bread. Then up here, we're going to follow with sauces and seasoning. Followed by rice and pasta. Followed by coffee and tea. Which is going to be followed by pet food. And we'll go for another thing of pet food there. And then we'll throw in some more, I don't know, cookies. Next to the pet food, sure. We'll throw that in there. As for these shelves here, I mean, there's not a lot we can put on it. We can put bed sheets on there. I guess we'll get some more household items. So we'll go for cookware. We'll go for dishes. And we'll go for light bulbs and electricity. The rest of those can just stay empty for the time being. So, what we need to do is we need to go to manage. Obnoxiously big local shop is going to need some stock clerks. So let's hire 2 of those. We are going to need a lot of cashiers. We're going to need a lot of cashiers. Let me get a few of them. You're not very quick. You'll do. Let's just go with 3 for the time being. Let's just go with 3 cashiers for the time being. And no, you know what? We'll go with 4. We'll go with 4 cashiers. The 2 here are going to work a little bit later. In that they are going to work from about... Well, you're going to work from 12 until whenever. And you are also going to work from 12 until whenever. So we're going to have, hopefully, a nice peak in the middle of the day where these guys can work. The stock clerks are going to work a little bit earlier. So you're going to work there, and then there's going to be 2 of you working here. Do we really need 2 of you working here, though? I don't know if that's actually a thing we need at all. Let's have you start at about 6. Then let me go to the zone itself and have the store open at about 7, and then close at, let's say, 7. So you're going to be open for 12 hours. Can I reasonably do that, is the question. If we look at our cashiers, the answer is kind of a no. So you are going to start at 7. No, you're going to start at 6, and you are also going to start at 6. So you both start at 6. Then you guys are going to start at, there, I reckon. Possibly 11 o'clock. So there is going to be a bit of an overlap in the middle of the day, which doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Let's have you start at 10. So we'll go with that. That'll be totally fine for the obnoxiously big local shop. We just got to get the stock clerks in here to set up all the shelves, and then we'll see what happens with the obnoxiously big local shop. We'll see if people are going to be keen to actually shop there. I'm also thinking I'd like to go to build for a second, and I'd like to remove some road work from there, because I kind of have an idea. There go the maintenance guys doing their thing. Absolutely beautiful. I want to put some road work. Oh, that's loading zones. No. I want some roads just there. then more customer parking in here. Although we're probably going to want staff parking too, now that I think about it. So let's do some staff parking there and there. And that should be totally fine. We do still have this garbage zone up here, but that'll probably be okay. Probably not the worst thing in the world. So let's see what ends up happening here. The stock clerks are coming in. They don't all work at the same time, which actually has me thinking this shop is not going to be ready for its first day, is it? That's going to kind of suck, but oh well. We'll not worry about it too much. The shop is technically open, but literally no one's going to it. Oh, there we go. Someone's keen. All right, fair enough. I mean, I doubt we're going to make any money today because we are now running two shops which largely sell the same items, but, you know, we'll make it work. We can absolutely make it work. We have a lot of customers, actually, which is kind of exciting. I still don't think we're going to make money, but a lot of customers is kind of cool, so I've got that going for me. And the shelves are mostly stocked as well. Oh my god, there's so many people here. Look at this nonsense. There's so many people around here. You know what? We might actually make some money. There's a definite possibility. We are spending over 1,000 on salaries, though, which... the more I think about it, the more it is just really tempting to close this shop, which I'm probably going to do. So, queues were full. Really? So they can't... okay, you know what? We are going to go to build. We are going to go to remove foundations. And that shop is gone. No more shop. No more Babby's first shop. It's gone. I realize I also got rid of the builders, didn't I? That's probably... oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What happens when you get rid of builders? Because technically, we need a maintenance center, right? So, if I put a maintenance center there, sort of just down there like that. No, you know what? We'll put the maintenance center beside this shop. So put the maintenance center like this. Right, so that's... I can't do this outside, can I? So the maintenance center needs to go there for the time being. Maintenance center 1. So we go to manage, we go to maintenance center 1, we need to go to staff, we need to hire a janitor, and we need to hire some builders. Now what I'm going to do is hire 3 builders again, and we're going to do exactly what we did before. You are going to work from midnight, you are going to work from 8, and you are going to work from about 4 o'clock. So that should be totally fine. That means we now have builders, which is kind of important. And what we can also do is go to manage. We can go to obnoxiously big local shop, and we can get more cashiers, which apparently we really, really need. So let's hire you two. And let's have you start at 6, you start at 6, and you are also going to start at about 6. You are then going to start at 2 o'clock. You are also going to start at 2 o'clock, and you are also going to start at 2 o'clock, which means the shop itself can stay open a little bit later to 10 o'clock, I think. Yeah, to about 10 o'clock. So the shop is open for a bit longer, which is absolutely beautiful. Let's change your starting hours to about there, and that should be totally fine. So that is a fairly important change, I would say. I would say that is a fairly important change there, because this shop is not having a great time. But we are looking like we might make some money. There's definitely a possibility. We're also going to have to wait until tomorrow for the builders to get here to tear down the old shop. But I'm liking this. I'm liking that we have an obnoxiously big local shop. I'm liking that it's almost making money. I'm also realizing I changed the times at which this shop is open without actually having the staff coming in today to actually run the shop. So that's a bit of a problem. But hopefully, once midnight ticks over, we will have a builder come in. There we go. So you're going to come in, you're going to go tear that down, which is beautiful stuff. And what I'd also like you to do is build me some foundations just there. And then I'm going to want a door on it. So that's going to have a nice staff door at the front of it. And that's going to be the maintenance center. That's what that's going to be. That's going to be the old maintenance center, which is a building that we will never be destroying. So you're going to, yeah, you're going to get straight to work on that. Absolutely beautiful. And then today, day 8, is going to be quite an interesting day indeed. So let me go to maintenance center and say that's what that's going to be. Can I drag this? No, I can't drag that out. Can I move you from maintenance center 1 to somewhere else? Is that a thing I can do? It doesn't look like it, does it? Which is a shame, because it means that we bloody need to do this again. Right, maintenance center 2, hire some builders, you, and you, and then we're going to do this again, bloody midnight, then 8 o'clock, and 4 o'clock, right. So then we go to assign, we want to get a storage area, just like so, right. So that's now sorted. That's exactly the way it needs to be. The maintenance area is good to go. And apparently we have just completed the alcohol license, which means we can now start selling alcohol, which is kind of cool. So in here, I can put in beer if I want to. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Apparently I'm already selling bottled water somewhere else. Am I? I feel like I'm not currently selling 2 things of bottled water, but I might very well be. I don't see it though, but I'll take the game's word for it. I was selling bottled water up there, but I don't think I've doubled up all that much anymore. Let's see. Let's go for, we can't get anything there. Let's go for diapers again. Let's go for toilet paper. Then let's go for some pads and tampons there. Then on these shelves, oh wow. So liquor is a thing we can sell on these shelves, which is kind of cool. You know what? That doesn't seem like a terrible idea at all. Although, what I could do is put a little shelf at the end here that sells some alcohol, or we could have like a separate area for it, but I kind of, you know what? I actually do like the idea of having a separate area for alcohol. So let me go to foundations and let me do this sort of thing. Just like, you know what, not like that, like this. So that sort of thing. And then this sort of thing. So that goes down to there. So that's going to be a perfect little space to sell some alcohol, which is kind of exciting. So let's go to assign, let's go to store, and that is obnoxiously big local shop. Slightly upgraded. So what we need to do is we need to go to objects. We need to get ourselves some shelves and rotate them so that they can fit all along there. We probably don't need this many, but we'll get them anyway. We can get some fridges in there so you can have some nice chilled alcohol too. And let's see how things go. So in here, we are going to put some beer, and next to that, we will put some beer. And next, I put the wrong shelves in here, didn't I? It has to be the food shelves. Why did I put the wrong shelves in there? That seems a little bit silly of me. Right. So how do I remove, that's how I remove objects. Right, remove all of those, please. They definitely need to go. And apparently we're storing some soda, which is beautiful. So we need to go back to build, back to objects, and to food shelves, which can just go along like that. So, oh, you did stock it up with beer. Beautiful. Right, so this is going to have liquor, and I guess wine, and wine. That seems totally fine by me. I realize we're not currently selling soda anywhere though, which would be kind of nice, but either way, we're selling alcohol. That's the important thing. Now, what's the problem here? Customers are leaving because the checkout queues are full. Customers are leaving because they're hungry. There's no restaurants. Because there's no available spots in the parking lot. Oh, wow. Interesting. Checkout queues are full and there's no restaurants. So the no restaurants thing is fine. The parking lot issue is not okay. That is definitely not okay. This place is very, very busy as well, and I realize we don't actually have a janitor, do we? If we go to maintenance center, yeah, we need to get a janitor. So you can come in there, buddy. And you can do your thing. But yeah, we definitely need to I feel like we definitely need to have 4 tills working at all points during the day, which is kind of surprising. I didn't really think that would be a thing that we needed, but apparently we do. So if we go to manage and go to obnoxiously big local shop, we are going to want another cashier and another cashier. And you are going to start working at, I think it was 2 o'clock? Yeah. So we're going to have 4 people working the tills at OBLS. That's what we're going to start calling it, OBLS, Obnoxiously Big Local Shop, so I don't have to keep saying the words obnoxiously big local shop, because that's getting really, kind of ironically, obnoxious. So, yeah, let's just keep on keeping on here. I'm liking this, though. Oh my god, look at that money! Look at that profit! We haven't had a profit that high before, oh my god. That's kind of cool. It is a bit of a shame that a lot of people had to be kicked out when the store closed, though. Let's go to build. Let's go to road work. And I would like to put in a bit of road just there, with some more staff-only parking around it, because I'm a swine like that. But then I'd like to extend some road out this way a little bit, just like so, and then down like that, because we can put some customer parking over there. And I feel like that's going to be a pretty good thing to do. Definitely feeling like customer parking is something this place needs a lot more of. So let's just throw it in like that, and in like that. And that's hopefully going to be a substantial upgrade compared to what we had before. Also, when do my staff actually start showing up? Is it 4 o'clock? I think it's 4 o'clock. It is not 4 o'clock. It's probably... Oh, wait. No, the store opens at 7, right? So it's going to be about... It's like 6... Oh, there they are. I don't pay attention to when my staff come in. I just trust that they're gonna. That's how we work here. We trust that my staff will show up. There's no guarantees that they will, but we trust that they will. I also noticed there's a lot of garbage lying around here, which is a bit of a pain. The janitor still isn't in, so I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that maybe we go to maintenance center 2, maybe we go to janitor, and maybe we have you come in at about 6 o'clock, and maybe we get another one and have you come in at about 4 o'clock just to make sure this place is continually spotless. Because there's garbage lying on the floor around here, which is being taken to the garbage zone. This is actually going to be a good opportunity for me to watch and see what happens when the garbage truck comes in. Does it block off the thing here, for example? That's... Oh, wow, there's so many people in here. Yeah, so the garbage truck does block traffic. So what I'm going to do is go to build and go to garbage pickup. I can't build in that area, which is a bit of a shame. But what I could do is get rid of this staff parking here and put garbage down there. So let's go and remove some road work. And then go to road work and put some garbage pickup just down there. Because that seems like a great spot for it. It's not going to be blocking traffic, and that's kind of important. What's more is we can remove this and then go and put some customer parking just in there. Oh my god, is parking full again? I think parking might be... Yeah, it's nearly full. That's ridiculous. Why did they all just leave? Oh, okay, so the shift change causes a lot of issues. That's interesting. That's really interesting. We're also not making anywhere near as much money as I'd like to be. Yeah, that shift change thing is kind of interesting. That's actually a bit of a worry. What's also a bit of a worry is that these queues are constantly full. I feel like I need to start getting some specialized stores. Like, maybe we do go back to my idea of having 2 different stores. Like, 2 different stores for liquor would be a good idea. Perhaps, maybe we do go back to, like, the fresh fruit and veg thing. Because that might be a good idea. But a lot of people seem like they're getting quite angry at the moment. And a lot of people are going to be kicked out of the store because we're not very quick. Yeah, this is a problem. This is absolutely a problem that we're going to need to figure out. So, I'm looking at this and I'm trying to think, really. I mean, I feel like this store is just selling too much. So, let's see. I mean, fresh fruit and veg can go on tables. Same with fresh bread. So if we were to get 3 tables, maybe, no, you know what? We'll do 2 of everything in the new store. So we need 6 tables in the new store, and we need to have 8. Yeah, we're going to need 6 tables and 8 fridges for the new store. And that's going to be your fresh meat, your fresh veg, your fresh bread and fruit, and fish and dairy and milk. So 6 tables and 8 fridges. That's going to be easy. And what's more is it's going to pull people out of this store, meaning they're going somewhere else for those products specifically. So we will keep this loading zone here because this is where the new store is going to be. So if we go back and do some building, we can get some fun. I don't know why I keep pausing the game when I do these things. You don't need to do that. So let's have the storage area for this place. Hold on. If we're gonna do 6 tables and then 8 things. So I think 1, 2. I'm doing things in my head. I shouldn't really do that. Let's do. So the tables will go on the bottom row. Then there'll be a gap. Then fridges. Then that. So this kind of layout here. A building that's 7 across should be fine, but we'll make it quite a long building so we can get some queues in there. And what we'll do is we'll go for 7 by 22. And that'll be fine. What I'd then like to do is go to objects and go to staff door and throw it just down here. I want the double door. Actually, I want a single door. No, we'll go for a double door. Double door in the entrance of this place, just like that. And we'll get this built. Now this, like I said, is going to be your fresh produce store. That's what the point of this building is going to be. So let me go to walls, and we're going to need a decent little bit of storage in here. So we'll get a wall there. And we'll get a staff door just up about there. Then back to objects, we are going to need checkout counters, which are going to need to be rotated. Oh, hello. So they need to go... Can I really only have 2 of these? That's a problem. Yeah, that is definitely a problem. Right. So that goes there, and that goes there. Yeah, I can really only have 2 of those. That's a bit of a worry, but we'll make it work. So what we needed was 6 tables. So... let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we needed 1, 2. You know what? Cancel that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the other table can go up there. So this totally works. This is absolutely perfect. We don't need storage or anything like that just yet, or we don't need anything other than this is what I should say. So that's all going to go in there. Then we're going to assign storage, and we're going to assign the store. Then what have we got? Research is completed, night hours. Not bad. What's next? Frozen food supplier. So ice cream, frozen veg, frozen pizzas. Not a bad shout, because what that means is we can take some of the fresh stuff out of here and put some frozen stuff in there. So let's go ahead and do... what were we going to do? So we were going to do milk. And we were going to do... So we're going to do milk and milk. And then we're going to do dairy and more dairy. Then it was fresh meat and fresh meat. And then it was fresh fish and fresh fish. Then it was going to be fresh fruit. Did I do this right? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Fresh fruit and fresh fruit. Then it was vegetables along here. And then it was bread by the door. So hopefully this will work out. I am slightly concerned that we're maybe not going to have the space for the cashiers, but we are taking some of these products out of this store. So this is currently fresh fish, which is going to be removed. That's meat, that's dairy, milk, juices, and bottled water. So these first 4 need to be removed. So those are going away. Then these tables are all going away as well. So the tables are gone. And that's pretty much gonna put us in a good spot with the other store. Now, this store is gonna be a little bit less busy, which is fine. So let's head over here. Let's go to manage, and this new store is store 3. We're gonna rename it to, I don't know what it's fresh produce. Frank's fresh, I don't know, Frank's fresh. I don't. I can't come up with a shop name on the spot. I stole my channel name from a conversation I had like 6 or 7 years ago. I didn't even come up with that. Fresh produce is what we'll just call it, because we might as well. That's what this shop is. So the storage for that is going to be storage 1, which is going to be renamed to the fresh produce storage. So that's done. So that is going to need some good stuff. So if we go to fresh produce and we want to have it open at about 8 o'clock and then close at about 6. So we're going to get some staff. We'll hire some cashiers. Ed, you are hired. And we are also going to hire Amanda. We are also going to hire Jean. We need a stock clerk as well. So the stock clerk can come in at about 5 o'clock to stock the shelves. Then we'll have Ed begin working at... I mean, he begins at 8. The store opens at 8, but the chances are he might... I don't know. We'll have him start at 8. And then you finish 8 hours later. Let's have you work a little bit later. So you can come in slightly later in the day and then work slightly less. So we'll see. You know what? I want another cashier. Hire another cashier. Let me change the store so it's open a little bit longer. So it's open from 8 until 8. That's fine. So you are Ed Meadows, you begin at 8. Amanda Spears, you begin at 8. Max Huff, you are the stock clerk. That's fine. Jean, you are going to begin a little bit later in the day. You're going to begin at 12 and work for... No, you're going to begin at 1 and work for 7 hours. And then Amber Walton, you are also going to start working at about 1 and work 7 hours. The problem is that just means that we need more cash registers. So I don't know what way this is necessarily going to work. We need, I guess, to shorten the hours that these guys work. So you only work 5 hours, or you can work 6. So you both work 6 hours. Then you start a little bit later. So you're going to start there and work 6 hours. And then you start there and work 6 hours. So that should be totally fine. That should totally work. So we'll have those guys come in. We are getting some stock here. The stock room is not very big at all for Fresh Produce Incorporated. But we'll see how that goes. I guess we could go to foundations and we could expand it a little bit, which is probably a good idea. That storage area definitely needs to be a little bit bigger. So that's now been done. Let's go to assign, go to storage and say, hey, there you go. That's more storage. Let me also just remove that little bit. Right, so these guys are actually working, really? Interesting. We have also made a bit of money today, which is quite nice. But there's no products in here right now, so... I mean, nothing's really going to get done. Now, what are the complaints that we're currently having? Checkout queues are full, and that's restaurants again, so... Not too worried about the restaurant problems, if I'm perfectly honest. It's really not that much of a concern. What is kind of cool, though, is that we are making a bit of money. And tomorrow, we might make even more money, because we're going to have this place up and running. Which should be super nice. I'm actually kind of excited about that. I'm kind of excited indeed. Really curious to see if, just really curious to see if we can make this work, to be honest. I want to see if 2 shops is... I want to see if it's a good thing, really. I just want to see if it works. So, this store closed. What was it? OBLS? Obnoxiously Big Local Shop? Yeah, OBLS, that's the one. And then Fresh Produce. Alright. This is day 11 is what it is. Day 11 is going to be a day when we're tested. That's what it's going to be. I'm going to put more customer parking over here. It is just temporary. That's going to have to go away eventually because I'm going to want to expand out that way. But a bit of customer parking just over here seems like a pretty good idea. We could get a bit. No, we can't get a bit down there. That's fine. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's keep our eyes on this, and we've got some staff showing up. So you're going in there. You're going to start stacking the shelves, which is beautiful stuff. We have got some new produce being left over as well, which is beautiful to see. I do hope you can get those shelves stacked in time, though. This place down here is looking fine. It's actually done. So here's hoping this works out. Got the staff going into work there. Those shelves are not going to be done in time, are they? They're close to being done, but they're not quite there. Oh, we got a customer! Oh, they're actually using it, aren't they? They're going to both stores. Oh, that's so good. Man, I'm so pleased with this. I really am. The problem is this store is already looking super busy. This one, not so much, but this one right here, people want their fresh produce. They want... Yeah, man, that's kind of concerning. I'm gonna go to manage for a second, and I'm thinking we're gonna need another stock clerk to keep this place going. So you're gonna start working there. So that should be totally fine. That means that this place will stay stocked all day, every day. Although, my god, there's so many people in here already. We are... Okay, so the shift change just kicked them all out. That's not ideal. That's not really how shift changes work. Also, why is there only one person working the registers? Why have we only got... Where are you? So you're supposed to start at 2. Who is... This is... That's Jean, right? Yeah, Jean is at work. You were supposed to be here today. Why did you not turn up to work? That's a bit of a pain in the butt right there. That's a total pain in the butt. What is it we're researching at the moment? We are researching frozen foods. Then it's going to be chemical supplies. Okay, well, detergents and all that stuff will be good to put in these shelves down here. So that's totally fine. This place is making some cash. We're actually getting up there with the money again, which is beautiful to see. Even though only one person's working in here, it does seem like it's maintaining itself. It also seems like having 2 people in here is not all that bad. We made over $1,000 today. We've made over $1,000 today. That's pretty cool. That is not a bad day of work. That is not a bad day of work at all. I'm actually really pleased with that. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess I'm going to leave it there for today. Day 11 was a success. We have 2 stores up and running. So next time, I guess we're going to see what happens, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been another Brick in the Mall Part 2, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!